excited to be here in Argentina. You know, as Frank said, this has been 12 months or 18 months, maybe 24 months in the making. Argentina had a lot of really interesting dynamics going for it. You know, first, of course, there's the opening of the market, but I also think, you know, this is a market that hasn't been as well served as it needs to be, both from the small businesses all the way to the large businesses. And I view this as an opportunity. I view it as an opportunity to leapfrog. I view it as an opportunity for the local development community to embrace the new technology and platforms that we're bringing and leverage the distribution power that we have in our Argentina business to really shake up the market and bring fantastic solutions to the market together. So with that introduction, I'd love to show you a video, and then I'll tell you a little bit more about the products that we're bringing here.
Clover nos hace competitivos respecto de otros locales que no tengan soluciones de punto de venta y nos brinda la posibilidad de transacciones rápidas, de conocimiento de información en tiempo real y de poder tomar decisiones que tal vez otros locales en este momento no lo tienen.
Todo comenzó con un equipo de desarrolladores que creía que las pequeñas empresas se merecían mejor que las tradicionales terminales POS. Así partieron en una misión y en el corazón de Silicon Valley, Clover cobró vida. Hoy en día, Clover está revolucionando el mundo de venta. Cuenta con más de 350 ingenieros, más de 1 millar de desarrolladores y asociaciones con las empresas más innovadoras del mundo. La cultura empresarial de Clover sigue siendo una parte clave de su éxito. Se refleja en el ambiente de trabajo, la innovación y la forma en que los clientes son valorados. Hemos mantenido el compromiso de ofrecer una experiencia de última generación. Y la experiencia se inicia con el software. Intuitivo y fácil de usar, Clover ofrece un robusto conjunto de herramientas fuera de la caja. El hardware es extraordinario. Cada dispositivo está diseñado con características destacadas y construido para manejar los rigores de la vida cotidiana de los negocios y que se vea bien. La plataforma de Clover es un desarrollador de ensueño. Construido en una arquitectura abierta, atrae a los desarrolladores de todo el mundo, creando una amplia gama de aplicaciones especializadas. Con todo su crecimiento, Clover nunca ha dejado sus innovadoras raíces. Estamos ayudando a los negocios de todo el mundo a cobrar, vender más y a mejorar sus gestiones.
Tener unificado en el único dispositivo tanto las tareas de reporting, ventas como el procesamiento de tarjeta. Clover nos ha brindado un valor importante al negocio.
Argentina, conozca Clover.
So before I get into the products, I'd like to tell you a little story about why we're doing what we're doing, which is always kind of the most interesting part. So rewind to about 2011, Clover was building a mobile payment system. We were effectively trying to be the PayPal of the 21st century and of mobile. And we weren't interested in just making the mobile phone a way to pay for things in e-commerce. We love this idea of transforming the in-store experience. I wanted to walk into any store, I wanted that store to know who I was, what I liked, have a card on file, provide the service, and let the checkout just happen seamlessly. We ran into some major problems. You know, we could develop the consumer side of that experience, but the merchant side was very difficult. The market for point of sale or business automation solutions was very fragmented and closed. The payment solutions didn't have open APIs on them. Some systems had open APIs, but there was no way for us to distribute our products into market. So that was very frustrating. You know, as developers in Silicon Valley, we had a lot of venture capital money. They expect results very quickly, and we were, I would say, just blocked by the market from innovating. And so that got us looking at these point of sale and business automation and payment systems a little bit closer, thinking about what fundamentally is making this difficult to integrate with. And the more we looked at it, the more we realized that this is a market that needs to get remade and reshaped. It needs to be remade and reshaped in a way that it's open to innovation, that it enables innovation, both from an API perspective, but also from a distribution perspective. And so we started building the Clover as an open point of sale and payments platform. Initially focused on the small and medium business. And of course, as we're looking for distribution partners to go to market, we came across First Data. All roads in payments lead back to First Data. And of course, platforms matter when they're at scale. And so First Data's really provided the scale that we needed to build a platform that we needed to build to enable this innovation. So we sold the company to First Data. This is nearly 6 years ago now. And we've made a tremendous amount of progress in building out the platform. Like I said, first we started with small and medium businesses. We launched an app market. And then we have now also gone into additional countries, and we've also gone into additional market segments. So with that, I would love to show you the products that we're unveiling today. So this is Clover Mini. This has been a phenomenal product for us in the US and in other countries. And I'd like to highlight some of the features and sort of the design thinking behind this product. First, I'd like to talk about its physical form. In all of our thinking and looking at the market, we saw a lot of people producing gray boxes, thick plastics, low resolution screens with these big air gaps between the surface of the glass and where the screen is, just visually provides very poor viewing angles. And this is the real estate that merchants are putting in front of their customers to highlight their business. And our thought is, this is no way for a business to present themselves. And so from the very beginning, we hired one of the absolute best industrial designers in Silicon Valley, and we worked to create something that was both beautiful and functional. And we think that really matters. It matters all the way from the small business to the large business. And so, instead of creating something that's just very industrial and chunky looking, we wanted to create something that's very sleek and beautiful. So we put a large, bright 7-inch HD touch display. We put a Qualcomm Snapdragon 8-core CPU in this product. And 2 notes about that. So a lot of people would say, why do you need the same CPU that they're putting in the latest and greatest smartphones into a payment device? Really, there's a couple of reasons. One, it's not just a payment device. You can do all sorts of other things for the end customer and for the person operating it if you have that much horsepower in the device. So that's one reason. The other reason is we wanted to go with absolutely best of breed components for this. There's a lot of people making smart point of sale devices now, and they will go with underpowered devices, not enough RAM, and from chip vendors that honestly I would not trust their security. I've reviewed multiple security audits for many of the chips on the market, and we think the payments industry absolutely demands the greatest, and Qualcomm has been a phenomenal partner for us on that. Obviously, we have all the payment interfaces that you would expect: EMV, NFC, MagStripe. We also put a camera on it. A lot of payment devices at the time didn't have a camera. Well, guess what? Payments change. There's people out of Asia, you're seeing a lot of QR code-based payment systems. I see here in Argentina, we also have QR-based payment systems. And so just by putting that camera honestly, it doesn't cost us that much money to put a camera in the device. It enables us to, without having to think ahead, we can go back to the installed base of 1 million devices and light up a new payment method, like we've lit up Alipay in the US market. We also have a receipt printer, an IO hub, so you can connect anything that needs to be connected to this device. And I'd like to talk just a little bit more about security. So this device is both PCI PTS and PCI PPE certified. So what that means is the emergent scope for PCI DSS compliance is radically reduced when you get PPE certification. The SAQ goes from maybe 100 questions down to like 4. And we think that's really important. I don't think historically the payments industry did nearly enough to protect cardholder data. And we do a lot of security engineering on this. We have some of the world's best security engineers working in the firmware. We invite third-party auditors. We have invite public white hat hackers to attack the device. And of course, we go through various certifications, including PCI. So we're quite confident in the security of this device. We're very open about it, and we're very happy with the results. We also do something what we call remote key injection. Historically, with payment devices in the deployment process, you have to go into a PCI PIN approved secure room, plug in a key injection gun, and inject keys for whoever the acquirer is. On a global scale, that just isn't very efficient. And so what we do is something a little bit different. At the end of our manufacturing line in China, we have PCI PIN approved secure rooms with our own staff. In that, cameras on that little room, a camera watching the camera, the camera watching the camera watching the camera, and every single device is manufactured in the same place, and it gets assigned by that certificate authority in that room. That's a lot of gobbledygook for saying that we can deploy a device anywhere in the world and acquire any acquirer's key on that device for payment card and PIN encryption. So that's Clover Mini. Clover Flex. So Clover Flex is, on the insides, very, very similar to Clover Mini. Of course, in our different hardware form factors, we get a lot of leverage and reuse out of that componentry. We designed Clover Mini to be the ultimate handheld point-of-sale and payment device. It has some really interesting features. When we were looking at the detailing on this, where you hold it, the inspiration for this part was rock climbing. So in rock climbing, you have just these little handholds, but that little handhold sort of is the difference between life and death. And so that little handhold allows us to build a device that is both easily handled, but is not ugly. And so we spent a lot of time and attention on the other details. The way you hold it in your hand, the weighting of it. We just wanted this to be a very easy-to-use device on an all-day basis. So we put a 5-inch HD touch display in the device. It has an all-day battery. It's about 4,000 milliamp hours. If anyone looks at specs on smartphones, they'll know that that's substantially more than most smartphones out there. We do that to give, we trade off a little bit of weight for the ability for the business to continue taking payments all day long. Of course, all the familiar chip card, payment card interfaces. We also have a barcode scanner. So we license a top quality barcode scanning engine on this device to provide quick and accurate barcode scanning. Of course, you can also use that as a traditional camera for taking pictures. You can read QR codes. You can do anything a normal camera would do. Of course, as a receipt printer, a charging dock, and all the traditional security that we engineer into a Clover device. So that's the hardware. On payments acceptance, this is what's really exciting in Argentina now with the market opening, of us being able to acquire all the different card brands. So this is in fact, this is a subset of the card brands that we support. There's also local payment methods that we're supporting as well. We also support Apple Pay, Google Pay, and Samsung Pay. And just a quick note on that. While Apple Pay isn't in the Argentina market yet, when it is, this device has been designed with Apple. We've spent a lot of, Apple is just down the road from our office. We spent a lot of time with their engineering and product team to make sure that Apple Pay is going to work great. We make sure that we have the latest and greatest features. They have a feature called Apple VAS, or Value Added Services. It's the world's most magical way of enrolling and redeeming a gift and loyalty card platform. You simply tap in your information, you can enroll in the loyalty and program, and your information is transmitted to the merchant. And so we're very excited for Apple Pay to eventually come to Argentina, and we'll be ready for that. Now, it's not all just about the hardware. Particularly for the small and medium business, they want to be in touch with their business at all times. They want to check in multiple times a day to see how are sales doing, do I have enough staff, do I have too much staff, is anything in need of attention? So we have a very nicely designed web dashboard that's a companion to the device experience. Of course, that can also be delivered as a mobile app with alerts and all the same great features of the web dashboard. So we think that there's a lot of people out there that don't have real-time access to what's going on with their business on an hour-by-hour basis. And this is a very important feature, particularly for small and medium businesses who otherwise don't have these tools. Our mission, as Frank said, we're a purpose-driven company. Our goal is to help our businesses grow, and arming them with information is perhaps the very first and simplest thing that we can do after providing the payments. We also were the first to proliferate an app market for small and medium businesses in the US. And that's grown tremendously. We have thousands of developers, about 350, 400 published applications. And really this was solving the core of the problem and the mission that we set out to do. We had one particular use case of the integration that we wanted to do with this mobile payment system, but there's many other areas where a merchant has challenges. So we have top-notch payroll integration. Yelp is a popular consumer review site in the United States for merchants to be able to help manage their reviews and feedback for their businesses. We've done a deep integration with Yelp. QuickBooks is a very popular accounting system. We've done deep integration with that through a partner. Insurance services, employee management, health insurance, all sorts of things are in the Clover app market in the US, and we've taken that concept internationally. And we're doing deeper and deeper integrations with best-of-breed partners in every market that we're in, and that's a huge opportunity for us. Of course, on the enterprise side, they aren't interested so much necessarily in the app market, but building the app market is what made us build a world-class mobile device management platform and fleet management platform that allows us to control the rollout of applications. And so, we operate a very large fleet of devices worldwide. This is effectively a front end on that system, and so we know in real time every device in the world. We have 4 temperature sensors on it. We got instrumentation on how many times someone's inserted a chip card or tapped in a contactless card. We have an incredible number of metrics on the devices and can control precisely when there needs to be an operating system update, an application update, a cryptographic key update. We can control all of that globally from a single management plane that we run worldwide. For small businesses, small and medium businesses, we also go beyond just the payment. We also have a point of sale or business automation solution for small businesses. It could be, a small restaurant, it could be a small retail shop, a small services business, and you can use our point of sale applications. Now, we also have a tremendous opportunity for software developers or ISVs to provide their specialized applications for different vertical markets to go onto these devices as well. And that can be done through the app market. We can do other forms of partnerships. We've integrated our own solution with the Hussar fiscal printer here in Argentina, and that's on display over here. You can see it after I'm done with the presentation. So that's small and medium businesses. Let's move up a little bit, talk a little bit about ISVs and talk about large enterprises, your sort of tier 1, tier 2 merchants. So everything that we built at Clover was designed with modularity and integration in mind. That was always the ethos of everything that we did at Clover. The idea was virtually any component that we build, we want to build with a very well-defined interface where a third party could come in and provide a better or different, more suited for purpose module in the Clover system. So we hope it, and we believe it's the easiest to integrate system on the market today. I wanted to highlight 2 of those different integration methods. We have a very successful semi-integrated program. We probably have about 80 ISVs and enterprises that have integrated to Clover today. You can put that Clover Mini in front of your customer, and you can connect, it doesn't matter whether it's a Windows box, an iPad, an Android device, doesn't matter if it's over USB, LAN or IP, or the cloud. You can put that device in front of the customer, and you can do a few things. Of course, you can take payments. The simplest version is transaction type, transaction amount, and wait for a response. You're completely out of scope from a PCI perspective, and you are also completely out of scope from a payments certification perspective. We take care of all of the level 3 certifications you need for doing payments, and as I mentioned, with B2B certification, you don't have to worry about that either. So this has been a popular method of integration for quite a number of folks worldwide today. There's another way that can be integrated where instead of running your point of sale or business automation application on another device, you can run itself on the Clover device. And then you can integrate with the payment APIs that we have on the Clover device to take payment. This turns what historically is multiple devices, one for running the application and another for running the payments, and it brings them together. And eventually, when we get to electronic invoices here in the Argentina market, you won't even need the fiscal printer anymore. You'll be able to turn 3 devices into one. One, it's a lot cheaper that way, but it's also a lot more seamless and a lot more convenient. So we're already talking to some parties about getting their applications running on the Clover device here in Argentina. We use this model very successfully in other vertical markets in the US and in other geographies. So we're very excited about that. We're very excited about bringing the full power of the platform of Clover to this market. We really think that there's an opportunity all the way from the very small merchant to the very large merchant. We think there's something for everyone with Clover in the Argentina market. We're launching this as soon as the market is open. Everything is certified. Today, we've gone through all the certifications for the other card brands that we don't acquire for today. We're in pilot with Clover today. Quite a number of merchants is to kick the tires on things and make sure everything is very, very stable. I'm incredibly proud of the work that the local Argentina engineering and product teams have done here. We have a phenomenal collaboration between Clover headquarters and the Argentina team here. I've met a number of large clients over the past day, and I've been listening to some of the problems that they're facing in the market. We're really excited to bring Clover to this market to help you guys build better products for both your customers and the end consumer. So I invite you, after I'm done, to come check out our product showcase. We have all of these products available for demo. I'll be wandering around. You're free to ask me any questions. So thanks so much. Thank you for being clients.